With the 13th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Miami Heat select Tyler Herro from the University of Kentucky.
We've seen all sorts of different projections, right? Like some people are like, oh, this dude's a role player.
Like, and let's be real, he's a selfish-ass player.
Other people, this is a Hall of Famer.
Where did you get that from, Tyler Herro? This man was out 8 months with an ankle injury and come back to Heat magic?
What are the types of goals you have long term?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I'm in the, same conversation as those guys, the young guys coming up in the league who can be, all-stars, superstars one day. Luka. Trey, Jai. My name should be in that category too.
Herro with 8 seconds left for 3. Yes! Oh my! Herro for 3. Yes! With 7 seconds left, Tyler Herro.
Long three-pointer. Bang! Tyler Herro.
With 2. Herro gets it off for the win. Yes! Yes! Yes!
1% from 3, and they're not a good three-point shooting team. It rolls, and Allen gets it. Herro is down at the other end. Gets it very slowly. Lopez with it. He traveled. And Herro is holding on to his hand. Oh, he is in incredible pain.
Against starting Fox, Herro misses that one. He might have sprained his ankle.
Right here. Hyperextended his left leg as the foot slid forward and the knee kind of got tweaked there.
Maybe he takes me to take the team and, lead these guys, just make every right play.
I'm really happy with how that intro came out. So if y'all could take a second, please like the video and subscribe because it helps me out a ton and I do greatly appreciate it. Thank you. But on August 27th, 2022, Adam Wells of Bleacher Report put out the article saying Kevin Durant trade was never really aggressively pursued by the Miami Heat. Now, further down in the article, the quote is from our guy Stu Gotts. Say what you want about him, but the quote says the Heat never really aggressively pursued Durant because they would have to gut multiple players from their roster to make it happen. Now, I know it says multiple players, but truthfully, I think the guy the Heat were most reluctant to trade was Tyler Herro. And I get it, this was just after the finish of the 2022 season where Tyler Herro was coming off the bench, won 6th Man of the Year, 20 points per game, great efficiency. It looked like the future was ultra bright for Tyler Herro. Now, of course, in complete hindsight, hindsight is always 2020. You wish the Heat would have went all in on Kevin Durant because what they did do the last couple years hasn't worked because obviously they haven't won an NBA championship. Now, really, this is all just speculation because we have no idea what the Heat ever offered. With every single trade that does or doesn't happen, you hear 100 different reports about what the Heat put on the table, and 99% of the time, they're all conflicting each other. But with regards to the whole Durant situation, the Nets did end up getting Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, and 4 first-round picks, which is a package that really doesn't seem that bad, and I don't think that's something that the Heat could have even beat at the time. So Tyler Herro survived the KD allegations, but he also ended up surviving the Donovan Mitchell allegations. Now, this was a package that at the time, I think the Heat could have beaten, right? The Jazz really only got Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen, and 3 first-round picks. And back then, nobody was thinking that Lauri Markkanen was going to blossom into the all-star player that he is today. And I certainly don't think most people, or at least Heat fans, thought that Markkanen was a better asset than Tyler Herro. But again, in hindsight, this isn't that bad a trade for the Utah Jazz because they did get an actual all-star in return. But this is also just speculation because we don't know what the Heat offered. We don't know if it was enough to beat the Jazz. And we also know that the Jazz have Danny Ainge, who is very petty against Pat Riley. And speaking of petty, Tyler Herro also survived the Damian Lillard allegations, which had the most speculation of all. We truly got dozens and dozens of reports saying what the Heat offered, what the Heat didn't offer, who was untouchable, and if the Heat did offer everything, maybe the Blazers thought it was a better package than what they ended up getting, but Joe Cronin was just so petty that he didn't allow it to happen. And there's certainly truth to that, but I think that most Heat fans believe that the Heat just straight up didn't go all in. But I think that I personally kind of disagree with that. I don't think the Heat necessarily went all in trying to give up Tyler and Jovic and Jaime and all the picks, but I do think that the Heat put together a well enough package to at least beat what Portland ended up getting. Or at least that's how the Heat felt in their eyes, because the problem is the Heat's trade package was obviously centered around Tyler Herro. And that brings me to the main topic of this video, the title that y'all see. It is the truth about Tyler Herro, which is other teams do not value Tyler Herro as much as the Miami Heat do. Or maybe as much as the Miami Heat did. Because, I mean, last year in Pat Riley's postseason presser, he called Tyler Herro an anchor for the franchise. And this year, just a week ago, Pat Riley was publicly calling Tyler Herro a fragile player. And we certainly know what the Heat valued Tyler Herro at, because they did sign him to that 4-year max extension for his tenure in the league. And that means that this past season, Tyler Herro made $27 million, which goes up to $29 the following season, followed by $31 the season after that, all culminating to a $33 million season at the age of 27 in 2026. And as the salary cap expert Bobby Marks pointed out on Twitter, this past season, with that $27 million, Tyler Herro took up over 20% of the salary cap space. And trust me, I understand that relatively speaking, it may not be the worst contract, because there's plenty of guys who get paid a lot more than Tyler Herro who aren't as good as he is. But that doesn't negate the fact that with him making 20% of the salary cap, with his current talent and skill set, you just can't win a championship like that. And for that reason, I think Tyler Herro is slowly becoming a negative asset, or at least not one that is highly sought out after. Especially since for a guy at his age, you don't necessarily see any major improvements from year to year. If you want to just look at the numbers, going back to 3 years ago, his points per game and efficiency and minutes played, they're all virtually the exact same. And I don't want to just use numbers as my argument, because I do think numbers lie when you take into account guys are in different roles or positions and are just asked to do different things. But if you've been watching every game of Tyler Herro like I have over the past several seasons, there really hasn't been one thing that he has dramatically improved upon. And I know there was points this season where he was starting to become a better facilitator, but it really wasn't that consistent enough at all for me to say that it was a full-on improvement from him. And on this current Miami Heat team, I just don't think that he fits very well. A lot of times when he's on the court, I feel like the ball sticks. The offense gets stagnant. He takes away shots from Jimmy and Bam, which I don't think is a good thing. And while we have started to see him incorporate Bam a little bit more out of the pick and roll and pick and lob, most of the time Tyler's out there, he's just using Bam to set screens, rendering him pretty useless on offense. Quick side note, as I was editing here and watching this clip, I made this video over here several months ago, and Herro stands got really mad at me because they said it was so unrealistic, yet it looks exactly like what just happened in the playoffs just a couple weeks ago. Coming down the court, waves off Bam, calls for ISO, uses the Bam screen, wants to clear out, back around the Bam screen, crosses around the screen and pulls for three. Kaboom! Tyler Herro cuts the deficit to 36 points as he screams, "I'm him." I mean, that's why I've been saying for a long time, I think Tyler Herro would be better coming off the bench, because he could really hone into his role as sort of an off-the-bench, lighted-up scorer type of guy. And I've had a lot of Herro stands call me crazy for saying that. But just a couple weeks ago, you had Udonis Haslem on First Take saying the exact same thing as me. But really, you could argue whether Herro should be a starter, come off the bench, or what his impact really is on the court. But what you can't argue is that they don't necessarily need him. If you want to just look at this past season, the Miami Heat were 23-19 with Tyler Herro. That's 4 games above 500. Yet without Tyler Herro, they were 23-17, which is 6 games above 500. And I've mentioned that stat in the past, and people will say, oh, look at the Heat's record with or without Jimmy. Does that mean that they don't need Jimmy Butler? But there's a difference to that. look at the impact of both of those guys when it comes to the postseason. Last year, Tyler Herro goes out in the first game, misses the entire postseason, and the Miami Heat make the NBA Finals. This year, Jimmy Butler gets hurt in the play-in, misses the postseason, and the Miami Heat get their ass kicked in the first round. And really, Tyler Herro was just way too inconsistent in that first series versus Boston. He was terrible in that game 1, amazing in that game 2, and then pretty much a no-show in those games 3, 4, and 5. And I don't want to necessarily blame him because with no Jimmy Butler and no Terry Rozier, Tyler Herro was put into a position to play a bigger role than I think he's meant to be playing. Which is why it's clear to me Tyler Herro is not a star player. He does not have the impact of a star. He has the impact of a high-level role player, which is something else that I've been saying for years. The phrase started by Royal A. Shepard, and I could not agree with it more. I even wrote a whole song about it for the Basement Sports Network. Cause he's a high, cause he's a high, cause he's a high.
Good next one, good
level role player. Call him boy blunder or even one quarter wonder, cause he got 10 in the first, so I'll take the second half under assumption that he'll suck, not the random abrupt eruption. He often disrupts the offense and stops it from being functional. I get that he's combustible, that doesn't mean that he should be untouchable. Wow, man. I'm not gonna play the whole song right now, but it wasn't to hate on Tyler Herro, right? I love Tyler Herro. I even have the bobblehead back here to prove it. It was sort of just to poke some fun at a guy that I do really like. That being said, I think there is a lot of truth to it. So all of this to say, I think there is a very likely chance that by the start of next season, Tyler Herro is on the Miami Heat's roster, but it won't be because they didn't try to move him. Anyways, I wrote another song called Tyler Herro Perspectives. It's about how truly polarizing a player he is, where I talk about the positives and I talk about the negatives. And I'm going to end the video with that because it's about to get outdated because I talk about trading him for Damian Lillard. But anyways, I want y'all to listen to the song and let me know down in the comments below. Are you pro Tyler Herro? Are you anti Tyler Herro? Do you want to trade him? If so, for who? I'll be reading all the comments. Once again, make sure to like and subscribe because it really does help me out a lot. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, everyone. It is a mystery how in Heat history, Herro is one of the most polarized. Fans either thinking he killed a Heat, leading to victory, always stay fighting their side. Fans always go to extreme where there's no in between, never realizing that it's subjective. I'm about to rap from both perspectives. Starting with the pro, you already know. Bye, that's my baby gold. Give and get buckets, that's quid pro quo. Watch you on the top 10 list, mojo. You too can shoot from the logo, I be seeing you cook, putting dudes in the blender, then leaving them shook. As you only getting better, I'll be playing for defenders, and I call you a Kindle cause you like the book. Ballin' in the finals as a rook, the gnarly hard snarl, far from looking shook. The DPOY and the 40 you put on his head, now people still are mistook you for a bubble boy, that's inaccurate. It's a misnomer cause you missed a more averaging. Battle double game, put respect on his name, and on Biscayne Boulevard next to D-Wade, I'ma build you a stature. Haters going at ya, talking about catcha. Y'all ain't even real, can't fill out the captcha. Freak accident, wrist fracture, just wait for the hero come back like a back shot. Haters keep taking it personal, they insecure and they thinking they hurting you. Earned your success so their hate's ineffective, but I wanna rap from their perspective. You don't know me though, I rap like Gambino, but Tyler the one that is childish. Came out the gate with the best drip here. Okay, I get it, you stylish. Do you work on your game? I ain't buying it. You just care about the fame, stop denying it. Lame rap, what your name used to title it. Whack bars from Jack Harlow, writing it. My homeboy Tyler, he playing South Beach. I heard him crying, someone get the line right off of me. You like a cyber bully cause you hide behind a screen. Get on the Zion diet cause you looking kinda lean. Saying you got the no work, no check tap, but when you didn't play the playoffs, your check still cash. And to all these stands saying that you got a deep bag, if that's true, your short arms couldn't reach in that. I think my watch is broke and it really is a shame, cause for the last couple weeks it been stuck on Dame. Like highest bidder will come get ya and break Twitter if must did it. Go figure, think bigger. You wish you could say the word all-star, but you're not. You're a high-level role player that's tops. Get so little stops, can't tell if you're an op. Goddamn, all this hating really is exhausting.